You finally meet someone who sees you, really sees you. And the first thing you do? You find a reason to leave. You ghost when things get real. You start a fight out of nowhere. You convince yourself they're not the one the moment they get too close. And here's the truth most people never name. This isn't a commitment issue. It's something much deeper. If this feels uncomfortably accurate, stay with me. You're not the only one who fears intimacy. But there's a very specific way this shows up when you have Sagittarius energy in your birth chart. Maybe that's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars. Maybe you don't even know where Sagittarius is in your chart yet. Either way, if your body is reacting to this, there's a reason. And it's deeper than, I just have commitment issues. Carl Jung would call this your freedom shadow. Sagittarius doesn't just fear being abandoned. Sagittarius fears losing themselves in love. Not because you're selfish, but because somewhere in your past, closeness came with expectations, and expectations felt like shrinking. Maybe you were praised for being independent, but criticized for needing support. Maybe you learned to perform easygoing because your real emotions were too much. Maybe people you loved needed you to be smaller so they could feel comfortable. At some point, consciously or not, your nervous system learned, when people get close, my world gets smaller. And once your body believes that, it will sabotage every good thing before it can feel safe. That's the moment the Sagittarius freedom shadow begins. Because deep inside, you carry a belief. Closeness equals losing myself. Love equals less freedom. So your unconscious does something brilliant and destructive. It makes you run before anyone can hold you. And that's why even perfect partners suddenly feel wrong. Your body isn't chasing chemistry. It's chasing escape routes. Jung said the shadow isn't evil. It's the part of you that got exiled so you could survive. Your Sagittarius shadow exiled your need for roots because freedom felt safer than having your authenticity threatened again. But here's the real trap. Every time you run from someone who sees you, you're not protecting yourself. You're abandoning yourself. Because the part of you that longs to be chosen never gets to stay long enough to be loved. If your chest is tightening right now, keep going. This is where you break the cycle. Today, we're breaking down why you run without realizing it, the 3 stages of Sagittarius evolution in love, the questions that unlock the original wound, and what integration actually feels like. And if you want to understand the other unconscious patterns that shape your relationships, purpose, and shadow, subscribe. Here, we decode birth charts through Jungian psychology, so you can finally see how the stars mirror your inner world. All right, let's begin. There are 3 stages of Sagittarius evolution in love, and understanding them matters, because if you stay at stage 1, you'll repeat the same relationship patterns with every person you meet. So if you recognize yourself in this, you're not broken. It means you're evolving. And most people never make it past the first 2. Level 1, the runner. You've already drafted the breakup in your head before you've even met their friends. You leave first. You keep the exit door half open. Your body tenses the moment someone wants more from you. Level 2, the analyzer. You can explain your attachment style in detail, but can't actually cry in front of someone. You intellectualize intimacy. You turn love into a concept instead of an experience. You talk about feelings instead of feeling them. Level 3, the integrated wanderer. You finally understand freedom isn't outside commitment, it's inside you. The cage was never real. only the memory of shrinking was. Most people stay at level 1 or 2. Here's how you reach level 3. We're going to do that through 3 questions. Before the questions, let me tell you why this exercise matters. Sagittarius does not evolve through force. Sagittarius evolves through clarity. These 3 questions aren't homework, they're a map. A way back into the inner world you abandoned long ago. Somewhere inside you is a garden you locked as a child, the place where love, truth, and freedom lived together. Every time you run from connection, you're running from that garden. These questions unlock the gate. Question 1. What does feeling trapped actually mean to me? Because trapped isn't universal, it's personal. For you, it might be someone wanting too much of your time, not enough space to recharge your mind, expectations you didn't agree to, losing spontaneity, feeling like you must shrink your personality, being emotionally needed before you're ready. Once you define your version of the cage, you stop running blindly. Because then, when you feel that tightness in your chest on date 3, you can say, "Oh, this is my too many expectations alarm," not a sign that they're wrong for me. Question 2. When did I learn that love requires me to stop being myself? This is the real Sagittarius wound. Not loss of freedom, loss of authenticity. It may have come from being told to tone it down, being valued for independence, not emotion, watching someone in the family sacrifice everything, a partner who wanted to shape or manage you, childhood moments where your full self was too much. This question uncovers the origin wound so you can stop reliving it unconsciously. If this brings up a specific memory, that's not you regressing. That's the doorway out of the pattern. It might be that one night at the dinner table, or the first time a partner called you too much. Your body remembered, even if you tried to forget. Question 3. What would love look like if I could stay myself fully? Imagination is more powerful than memory. If you can't imagine safe intimacy, you can't create it. So write it. How do you want to be loved? How much space do you need to thrive? What kind of partner excites you without suffocating you? What does it look like to be free and connected? What kind of relationship lets you stay wild and present? Describe it like a map, because that's exactly what it becomes. And maps are powerful. When you know what you're looking for, you stop saying yes to every half-hearted, almost relationship. If you can imagine it, you can walk toward it. If you can't imagine it, you repeat level 1 forever. Integration isn't about forcing yourself to settle down. It's not about becoming someone else. It's what happens when your fears are named, your patterns are visible, your desires are clear, and you finally have a map instead of a maze. Integration is when freedom stops running your life from the shadows. Closeness stops triggering panic. It looks like noticing the urge to ghost, taking a breath, and sending an honest text instead. Integration is the moment your wildness stops sabotaging you and starts guiding you. This is the evolved Sagittarius, the one who can expand without escaping. Where Sagittarius sits in your chart changes how the freedom shadow appears. Sagittarius Sun, you run from partners who want more from you. Sagittarius Moon, you run from your own emotions. Sagittarius Venus, you run from vulnerability and depth. Sagittarius Rising, you run from being truly seen. Sagittarius Mars, you run from anything that feels like obligation or restraint. If you're curious how your astrology shapes this pattern, drop a question in the comments. You don't need to share personal details, just what you want clarity on. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs this clarity. And when you're ready for the next step, watch the Sagittarius Freedom Shadow session waiting for you on screen. Why your love of freedom might actually be a trauma response, and how to start feeling safe enough to stay. I'll meet you there.